I'm Leslie.
And I'm Shelly.
And we're
Sisters in Ebert.
Welcome back for another Movie Monday.
Oh, we're throwing it way back.
Back to 1989. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Does this count as a summer movie? Since
It was a summer.
I saw it in summer. It was my first drive-in movie.
I guess I was along
You must have
because
been,
it was in 89.
If it was the summer of 89. Yeah. You must have been there.
Yeah, because I was January of 89.
Yep.
So they brought a baby to the drive-in movies and a 2.5-year-old.
I can only
3-year-old.
imagine your car seat.
What car seat? The single bar that came down.
No. Back then you still had the one where you were
It clipped between you. It wasn't much.
It wasn't.
But yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
you're
better
right.
than the one. I know which one you mean.
Yeah, that was like the toddler
comes-
one. It was like you had one seatbelt between your legs and a lap bar, but then you just go launching.
And the only reason I know this is because we have this video of me at 2, and my dad's. You can hear him in the background. Leslie saw her first movie at the drive-in. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
And we loved this movie growing up.
Who doesn't?
We had it recorded, and then
on a home box weekend.
Yes, and then when we went to Disney World in
Yes.
1994.
Oh, that's right. They still had the play place at
Yes.
what was MGM Studios, now
Yes.
Hollywood Studios.
If you go to our shorts that we posted before this video, you'll
It's
see a
us
little clip of us playing.
And it was the coolest thing. It wasn't a ride, so we were kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah.
But it was like a playground, and they had the big Cheerio you could climb through. They had
big ants to climb on.
Big leaves
There was
everywhere.
nets to climb. I remember being nervous I was going to get stuck. And it's tons of kids. So
Yeah,
I was
they're so
a little
crowded.
intimidated.
I was too.
Yeah.
Because it's like swinging bridges and stuff, stuff like that.
We were just sitting there mowing popcorn.
The Legos.
Yes.
There's a Lego
yeah,
in there.
there's big lost toys and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the Toy Story Land now. As
Yeah, is
scale.
that where the Toy Story Land is?
No, it's not.
No,
I don't think. It might be actually.
That's what I was thinking because it was the first to go because Toy Story Land came before the Star Wars Land.
That's a good question. I don't know.
And that was the first to go.
I don't remember.
Was that so?
Those were the days.
If you know, let us know. If you're a Disney buff, tell us.
I'm gonna Google this as soon as we're done.
She's a Disney buff, so
I need to know now where I'm walking. Nostalgic ground.
So we've got Rick Moranis as the dad, Wayne Szalinski. And do you remember the show after the Journey into Imagination ride too? That was the 1999 was the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 3D show afterwards. Because 94 it was still Captain EO. 99 it was the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That.
It was like a 3D show after.
Kind of scary.
No, you're thinking Captain EO. Captain EO was a little scary because they had the fingernails. And now I would love to see Captain EO in its entirety, but yeah.
Well, when you go on the Figment ride and the Journey to Imagination ride, you can still see they have a poster of Wayne Szalinski there hanging in
homage
the
to,
Institute. I took a picture of it.
Awesome. So we open with the classic Disney logo. That made my heart happy. Yeah. And a cartoon theme song a la Christmas Vacation.
Yes, that was the same year.
Same year too.
Yeah.
And there was one other movie that had it. I can't remember what it was.
True Beverly Hills.
True Beverly Hills. That's right. Yes. The mailman delivers the mail to the Szalinski house to dog Quark as daughter Amy makes breakfast for little brother Nick. Mom spent the night at Grandma's. I did not remember any of this.
I didn't remember the party there. I was there was marital discord in this movie.
They needed a break. She needed a break. And Dad has a big show and tell at the lab scheduled if only he can get that machine working. He thinks things will cool down after the presentation. And Paul asked if Amy has a date to the dance. Sorry. I was like, who's Paul? Because we never see him. And then I was like, yeah, it's a kid at school. A popular boy at school.
She's on the phone.
With her mom.
Yes.
Telling her that Paul asked if she had a date to the dance. Yeah.
Yes.
Things continue hitting the neighbor's house and going through the windows as the neighbor is irritated, being woken up on a Saturday before a 4-hour drive, and goes next door to confront Wayne, but is thwarted by his son's backyard defense system. The Szalinskis think that the family is weird and vice versa as the other family. What a weird family. And they're like, what a weird family. As Nick is just like his dad and always inventing. Wayne tests his...
looks like it.
He does. Wayne tests his invention and is unsuccessful as an apple explodes and doesn't shrink. The next door dad is very excited. We find his name is Russell. To take his sons fishing, but the oldest is just cut from the football team and he's not having it. Amy burns breakfast and Dad prepares to leave for the conference. Amy's going to meet Paul at the mall later that day. Diane is mom and she calls to wish Wayne, Dad, luck. Wayne asks Nick to mow the lawn and Amy to clean the house for Mom while he's away. I'm like, we are parentifying these kids. Like, go
yeah, and he makes it like, we got to make this house nice so Mom comes home.
So she stays.
Yeah,
like
he was like, it's on you kids
yeah,
to save
this
marriage.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm busy today. Please hop to. Mom won't stay otherwise and you're going to ruin the family.
Nick cons the neighbor kid into mowing the yard for him later with Wayne's invented remote control mower.
Which looks incredible.
It does. And it's got this big, like,
remote
system. Ron and Russ next door prepare for a trip with their dad, and Ron and Nick are rude to each other over the fence. Young Russ pines after Amy through the window as she dances and cleans, and Dad tries to teach Russ the importance of training to prepare his body. I guess, like, getting... Oh, because he's a little skinny for football. And he's like, his dad really wants him to be an athlete.
He was like, I was a quarterback of my team,
yeah.
So...
And I was a big guy, I did this, I did that,
The actor actually was the quarterback of his football team.
Was he? Oh.
He was only, like, 30 or so in this movie. Like,
smoking,
31.
That's
and,
what
like,
smoking does for
and, like,
you.
because, like, the teenage son, what's his name? Russ.
He
was only, like, 14. They're only, like, 14 years apart or so. Like, it wasn't...
Get out of town.
Yeah, it was like they weren't.
It must be the hair too, because he was like balding, but he had that long hair of the time.
Yeah,
and like that, I think doesn't do you much favors.
No,
like it does.
No.
If you're going bald, it's better off just going
get
short
rid of it.
or get rid of it. Yeah, because it just accentuates it when it's like that. Okay, so that's just my opinion. I'm sorry. Russell Sr. is unsure of what son's thing is and has trouble connecting and hides smoking from his wife. Russ, are you smoking it? No.
How can you hide smoke? Like, it's the most obvious thing if you've been smoking. You're not going to kiss this woman ever again. Right. You're not going to speak to her. Ron
hits a baseball in the yard and knocks it through the Selinsky window in the attic, hitting Wayne's invention and causing it to shrink the couch. And... Russ Jr. makes Ron go confess, even though no one saw but him. He's like, nope, you're going to go tell him. And he's like, nobody saw me.
He's a decent older brother, I must say.
And he's got a thing for Amy, so I think that's the real
part
reason.
Of it too. He wants an excuse to go over there.
Nick is lippy with Ron and takes him upstairs to get his ball back. As Russell makes small talk with Amy awkwardly, both younger boys are shrunk by the machine in the attic because it's still kind of whirring and going. Yeah. And Wayne's gone at this point, right?
He already left for the conference.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Selinsky is getting disrespected at the conference by colleagues, but does have one on his side. Russ and Amy go see what's taking the boys so long and are also shrunk in the attic as Quark starts barking. Nick feels Dad will know what to do and rests on Dad's shrunken thinking couch as Dad gets home. So yeah, he has his couch up there that's all beat up and old, and that's what got shrunk first. His thinking couch. The kids move the couch to stand on and get Dad's attention, but he doesn't hear, and the baseball falls off when the machine shifts. Wayne does notice the missing couch and is frustrated with the day and starts hitting the machine he doesn't know works as the kids dodge falling pieces and are swept up in the broom and dustpan and put out in the garbage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like he's all frustrated, so he's just beating up on the machine.
I hate this machine. It's not working.
It's wrecking my whole life.
My career is ruined because of this thing.
And
my marriage is ruined.
Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't know that it did work and that the kid's shrunk because everything's kind of back to normal by the time he gets up there, aside from the missing couch.
Right. He doesn't notice the baseball and the hole in the window.
Right. The kids bust out of the garbage bag and realize they're in the backyard as Amy asks Nick if Dad can fix the machine. Ron is upset that they won't be going fishing, and the kids use the grass as sliding boards to get on the ground and immediately must outrun a butterfly, which I didn't know what that was at first. I was like, what is that? I was like, I thought it was a bee. So I was like, what a bee, or a bird. I thought it was a bird. Oh, it was a butterfly. So the distance from the house is 3.2 miles for them based on like their size.
Yeah, Nikki's calculations.
And Amy says that they must get there before she's supposed to meet Paul at the mall.
That's her big worry for now.
Yeah.
Not that I'm
typical teenage girl.
Not that I'm this big.
Mom arrives home and Dad apologizes for failing at the conference and that he'll try to get his old job back. And Mom sold the house. Dad swears it will be different, and Mom is skeptical but wonders where the kids are. And Wayne says that his thinking couch is missing. Where could it be? Like, did you do something with it? The kids come upon Nick's toy dinosaur in the yard and a river that they think about swimming and is already after 1 p.m. and been out there for hours. But the river is like, what, pee or something? Like dog pee or something?
Probably. I don't know. Did they ever address it?
No, it's just gross. The kids decide against swimming in the gross river, and Nick gets the idea to hitch a ride to the house on Quark. So Diane calls around looking for the kids, and Nick climbs a flower to try to get Quark's attention. Diane dismisses the idea that the kids would be next door, but sees May next door and finds their kids are missing too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Runaways.
Nick falls in a flower, but is allergic to pollen and to bees. They come picking up Nikki, but the bees come picking up Nikki, but Russ also hops on the bees back to save Nick. So Nick finds that his sinuses are too small to absorb the pollen, so he's not
too big compared to him
out here. Yeah.
Hallelujah, because he would have been dead.
He would have been dead. So I was thinking too. I was like, I didn't pick that up before either. No. Mom is going to the mall to look for the kids, and Wayne stays. Wayne uses Ron's bat to shoo a bee away and realizes Nick doesn't play baseball. And what's the bat doing there? And realizes Ron hit the baseball through the attic window. Ron hopes that this is just a bad dream, and Amy again tries to snap him out of being pain and help. Wayne goes to the attic and looks on the floor, finding his thinking couch, realizing that the machine works. And
he's like, yay, it's working!
That the kids must be shrunk, and then remembers the broom. Like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
At least he put 2 and 2 together. I don't know that I would have put 2 and 2 together.
Right. Why would you think that all of a sudden this worked?
Right.
Like...
And that all the kids are shrunk. Like, that must be where they are. You know what I mean? So Wayne sees the garbage bag is ripped and tries to get through the yard without touching the ground.
He starts to walk and he's like,
oh my gosh. Yeah. And I put, how did he know to search the attic floor in the first place to find the couch?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know. Like,
well, he saw the baseball.
Yeah.
And then he probably saw the glass.
Okay.
So he's looking around, and I think he just saw it.
Okay.
Like,
okay. Russ and Nick are now off the bee, and Russ is scared where they could be, but Russ feels it's still his yard as the grass is so long. Yeah. He's like, well, it must still be your yard because the grass is so long.
It's true. He was supposed to mow the grass and he didn't.
Amy and Ron bicker, and Wayne uses crutches as stilts to minimize steps in the yard, but accidentally turns on the garden hose, and the kids must all dodge something.
Like enormous drops.
Drops.
Mm-hmm.
Drops. The people that Diane sold the house to arrive because apparently she was doing closing paperwork at the house for some reason.
At her own home on the day she sold it.
Right. That would never ever happen. Yeah. Yeah, the people that she sold the house to arrive, and Wayne yells to get off the grass, hanging from a clothesline, trying to turn off
screaming
the hose and sprinklers. The kids reconnect, but Amy knocked into a mud puddle and saved by Russ as Wayne turns the water back off. Russ gives Amy mouth to mouth and brings her back. Wayne comes up with a contraption to hang in the yard, so not touching the ground, and searches with a magnifying glass.
I feel like it would take you a while to construct this contraption.
Right, exactly.
It was already 1:00.
And it was very well done, like a very sturdy piece of canvas.
Right.
Like it was.
He had all this material lying around, just snapped it together in 5 minutes to look for these children.
Russ blames May when a friend comes to caravan on the fishing trip, risking an $80 deposit loss. He's like, female trouble. She can't. I'm like, if I would have punched him out of my way.
You blame me. The $80 deposit is equivalent to $200 in the year 2024.
Okay.
So it was a fair amount.
It was pricey, but...
Where I would be annoyed with my children not knowing where they were.
Right.
Look what you're making me lose
money. Yeah.
this money. Yeah.
So Russ is angry about the $80 loss, and Amy remarks that she can't believe some places charge for mud baths as she bathes in puddles. Russ explains when asked that he learns mouth to mouth in French class. And Amy has a truce with Ron, tricking him with a muddy handshake. The kids realize from the flagpole that, and everybody laughs except Nikki. Nikki doesn't get the
he's
joke.
like, French class.
Yeah. He's too analytical. The kids realize from flagpole that they are halfway, or where the flagpole should be, like there's like a space for one, that they are halfway through the yard and move forward. They all
I'd be like, we're only halfway through the yard.
It's like dark. Yeah. They all discuss how hungry they are and what food they would want when they spy one of Nick's cookies discarded in the yard.
It was an oatmeal cream pie. Oh my
gosh,
it looks so good.
I wanted that so bad when I was a kid. That like so the icing.
I want it right now.
Yeah, right. The kids started eating happily, but soon are stopped by ants. Also after the cookie. Nick remembers...
Terrifying,
also. Yeah. Ants can lift 50 times their weight, but this one is a baby, and also how fast they are, and the boys want to ride it to get them back to the house faster.
That's smart.
Amy tames the ant first with a piece of cookie. Quark starts pulling Wayne's leg and soon sends him spinning and is thrown into the Thompson yard. So... Woo!
Oh, you gotta have some physical comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Some zaniness. The kids ride Auntie, dangling a cookie piece from a stick pole. Auntie. The Thompsons report their missing kids to the police, and we find out that Russell quit the football team and wasn't cut from it. Mm-hmm. And Russ Sr. continues overreacting. Mm-hmm. He's just having a conniption this entire movie.
He was not having a good day.
He is such a crankpot.
It's like one of those, like, he's not connecting with his kids really, but he's trying to connect with them on this fishing trip, but nothing's going well.
Yeah, but he's not like trying like their stuff. He wants them to connect with his stuff, you know. So the cops get a report that the kids are missing at the Zielinski house next door, and Wayne tells Diane what happened to the kids as the police arrive, with Wayne saying that must have been a mistake. Their kids are in the backyard. And
Diane is like not arrest, but like previous.
No.
Like if you look on the screen, because it brings up like where they're going,
history, yeah.
And it said he had 10 accounts of disturbing the peace because he's always inventing things and obviously a nuisance to people. I think that was a funny little
that is funny. And Diane faints. I said, no way, even in the 80s, cops would just walk away from that.
Yeah, they're like,
oh, okay,
it's fine.
We're not going to we're not going to make sure that the kids verify the kids are there. We're just going to, okay. The kids stop to let Auntie rest and realize that they won't be home before dark. So let Auntie go and return to his family. But Auntie refuses to leave the kids and follows them.
He's their pet now.
Oh my gosh. Auntie. I know. The Zielinskis are both out searching for the kids on the hovering contraption, but still haven't told the Thompsons, as Russell sneaks outside for a smoke and discards a cigarette in the Zielinski yard, hitting the kids and Auntie with ash. And Russ realizes it's his dad's brand, and he only smokes when he's really worried about something. He's like, that's
his dad's brand. Like, how can you tell?
Yeah, it says it on.
Did it say
yeah,
it? Okay.
Yeah. Like you can see it on cigarettes. They're each stamped with what the brand is.
I'm a non-smoker. I don't know.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I used to sell them at the gas station.
Yeah, there.
College. The kids decide to use a cigarette butt as torches. I worked with smokers too, so I always see like they have one behind their ear or something. The kids decide to use the cigarette butt as torches. Wayne and Diane again crash to the ground as the device gives way, and the Zielinskis finally tell the Thompsons what happened. The Thompsons see the couch and are assured that the kids were not blown up, and threatened Wayne if the kids don't come back safe, and claims not to believe Wayne, but does leave the back porch light on, just in case. So the kids find a Lego to sleep in and settle with Auntie for the night.
And there's some flirting going on.
There is some flirting with Russ and Amy. Wayne checks on Diane, who's scared, and Diane remarks getting the family back together is the most important thing, and Wayne agrees. Diane is worried about Russ outside with Amy, little Russ Thompson, and hopes they behave themselves.
I love that's what they're thinking these kids are going to be doing while they're miniature and probably terrified.
As Wayne takes a cat clock for parts to fix the machine.
The classic 90s that clock.
Older
cat
than the
clock.
90s. Older
True.
than that.
80s.
That's like maybe the 60s, 70s.
Really?
Yeah, those things are old. Amy wonders why Russ never came over before, and he says because Amy was too popular to notice and that she was stupid, and she kisses him. They're interrupted by a scorpion attacking the Lego. And Auntie fights it to defend the kids. I put sad.
Such a good little pet.
Oh, I felt so bad for Auntie. So the kids try to help as the scorpion is distracted, but it stings Auntie, who is fatally injured and dies being pet by Ron. The next morning, Wayne is fixing the machine, and the kids awaken after all sleeping in the same Lego hole with a booby trap from Ron surrounding their campsite. Diane realizes Wayne stayed up all night to help the kids and that she loves him. And the neighbor kid comes back to mow the lawn that Nikki promised him he could. The kids see the grass is moving and the ground shaking with wind blowing and realize they must now outrun the lawnmower and take off running. The kids find an earthworm hole, and Nikki assures others that earthworms are dormant this time of year. Wayne and Diane hear the...
Which I'm thinking, like, would they be?
Yeah.
Is it not summertime?
I know, or, yeah.
Well, it's school, because there's
maybe
dance
spring,
and stuff.
though?
Yeah,
I don't know. Wayne and Diane hear the lawnmower and go to stop Tommy. As he stops the mower, it lands just over the wormhole that the kids are in, with Nikki sucked up, and all are trying desperately to hold on to him so he isn't sucked into the blades. Amy's foot hooks onto a small root, and as the blades are turned off, the kids are sucked up and blown out the side of the machine. Yeah. Tommy explains that Nikki said that he could cut it yesterday, and Diane says to go through the house to leave as it's safer. It's like, safer. Diane and Wayne are looking for the kids and are spotted by the kids, but go in the house as the kids are dejected. But soon Quark comes out sniffing, and the kids grab onto his fur and make it back into the house. The Thompson cat blocks the door, but Quark shoos her away, and Nikki is dropped onto Wayne's Cheerio bowl. But as the adults realize, they'll head to the house. Like, the kids are probably planning to head to the house.
Yeah, they're talking about it, and the kids are like, "We're here!"
Yeah. Wayne is just about to eat Nikki as Quark bites his ankle to stop him, and Wayne notices Nick in the Cheerio.
I think it's like, I feel like he would have spilled that spoonful.
I do too.
Like, getting bit by a dog, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
What are you doing?" Next, he sees Nikki pointing to the rest of the kids, and Diane goes...
They're like on the table, like, "We're here," jumping up and down.
Goes to get the Thompsons. Wayne can't get the machine to work and can't figure out why, but the kids pantomime baseball to tell Wayne that's what did it. Russell Sr. guesses correctly. And Wayne realizes that the laser went through the baseball to shrink everything. So the rubber or fibers or whatever slowed it down. Russell Sr. wants Wayne to try it on him first before trying on the kids.
Well, that's the thing, is like, you shrank.
Yeah.
This embiggens too. Yeah. Embiggens the smallest man. But this reverses as well.
A noble spirit, Michelle. Embiggens the smallest man. As we know from The Simpsons.
It's a really cromulent word.
I've never heard that word outside of Springfield.
Sorry, Simpsons tangent.
Simpsons, yeah. So he wants them to try it on him first before trying it on the kids. And May finds cigarettes in his pocket. How'd those get there?
It is very noble of him
to try it on himself.
To sacrifice himself
Yeah.
after seeing like things get blown up by this thing.
The machine works to shrink and make Russ large again.
I think it's, why didn't they try it on an object?
Thank you. That's what I was thinking
Instead
too.
of a
The
human.
couch, maybe the thinking couch. And it's the kids' turn next. Russell Jr. asks Amy to dance to the dance Friday if it works, and she agrees. And the kids return to the correct size.
Hooray.
The parents all celebrate and hug the kids, with Amy glad the parents are getting along again. And Russell Sr. doesn't care about football team or camping, only Russ Jr. and Ron. Russell Sr. shakes hands with Wayne, which is a big step for the two of them. Next, all get together for dinner with turkey. Russ Jr. and Amy can barely see over, but are still happy.
It's enormous because he made it larger.
But
with his ray.
Are still happy together, and Quark with Alpo bone as big as an end table. As the scene and movie ends, Nikki stops the camera, panning out, and finally gets Russ Jr.'s joke. Wait, I get it! French class! Laughing boisterously. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I wanted to be Amy so much when I was little.
I know.
And I was so in love with Russ Jr.
He is cute.
He was in an episode of 90210.
Somehow we always come back to 90210 trivia on this channel.
He was in an episode of 90210, and he was like, Steve was doing this like drag racing for money on the street with like his, I guess it was his Corvette, and the kids who had nice cars. Yeah. And he was like the kid who hooked him up with this drag racing thing. But then he didn't. But he was like, you're gonna get like this one guy plays dirty, and that they next they bring Brandon in, who's like for the paper, and he's like getting this sting to get this guy who's cheating, because they find out that the one guy who's like doing dirty with it is also the one who hit Andrea months before in a hit and run, and she was in the hospital like with 2 broken legs. And
oh my gosh, it came back around.
It came back around, so they caught him. It was a huge storyline. Yeah, so he was in a very big episode. And in Ghostbusters, the girl who was getting the at the beginning with Dr. Venkman's like his ESP thing, the blonde that I said was in Charles in Charge, and she was also in 90210, that one episode too. She passed away recently in real life. Aww. Yeah. So she had cancer, but yeah, I know.
It's very off topic.
Well, we were on 90210. I wanted to bring it back.
90210.
We're not doing Ghostbusters again. We already did it. So I mean,
we gotta.
I don't know that she's in any of our other movies that we have coming up. So she only.
Thank you for sharing that tidbit with us.
You're welcome.
We were dying to know.
Sorry. So back to Russ Jr. But yeah, he was very cute. I really liked him. I didn't when I was really little, and then as I got older watching, I'm like, he's cute. He is cute.
But yeah, we used to watch this
a lot. And we taped this off the Disney Channel. Like when it was brand new, the Disney Channel.
When it was paid.
Yes.
Like we got a free weekend, I guess.
Yeah, let's call it that. Free weekend.
Yes, you say yes. We got a free weekend.
Yes, we had a free weekend.
We weren't. Never mind.
I think there was a statute of limitations.
True.
For cable boxes.
To protect that.
Considering cable's obsolete, pretty much. I mean, but yeah, so we watched this quite a bit because this is on our list.
Our VCR.
And everybody liked this movie.
Yeah, this was a family favorite here. I think because it was, we saw it at the drive-in.
I know!
One fun fact I know is that they asked, first Chevy Chase to be Wayne.
I cannot picture that.
I can't either. And John Candy.
Yes, I did hear that.
And John Candy said no, but I think my good friend Rick Moranis would be perfect for this, which he did the exact same thing for Ghostbusters.
Some people may not know this about John Candy and Rick Moranis. They were in a singing group together, 5 Neat Guys. The 5 neatest guys you'll ever see. SCTV. It wasn't a real group, but who brought the egg salad sandwiches?
Another show that Dad showed us that was like, you're gonna love this.
And it was the SCTV is great too. Yes. You had Martin Short, you had Rick
Moranis,
Catherine O'Hara, John Candy, Eugene Levy, like just so many people. But that's good. John Candy recommended him.
Yeah, they had a good relationship.
And Rick Moranis is somewhat of a legend now because like he kind of just backed away from Hollywood.
Yeah, and now he's back filming
Is it
Spaceballs 2?
Spaceballs 2, yes.
I was like, wow, I couldn't get Dark Helmet out of my head.
Yeah, because he's Dark Helmet and Spaceballs. And I was like, yeah, what is it that he's filming now? Because I couldn't remember what it was. But I knew that they got like the original cast back, and it was a big deal.
I love that pulled him out of retirement. I love it. Yes. He's a good actor.
And he's a gem of a person.
Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Canadian?
They always are.
I think.
Probably.
I think so, because John Candy was Canadian.
Yeah.
And I think he was too.
I feel like SCTV.
A lot of them were Canadian. Yeah, because they were.
Eugene Levy.
It was Second City. Yeah. But
yes.
Any other
Love
fun
this
facts?
one. I can't think of it. I just, like, they filmed it where, like, they did all the adult scenes, then they did all the kids scenes. Like, they had it like it was broken into groups of, like, and the big oatmeal frosting part was, like, forced perspective to make it look bigger than it actually was. But they did build, like, huge sets, like, to allow them.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not a real neighborhood. It's like, built on a set.
Yeah.
But so they strategically, like, made the houses so that you wouldn't see the backlot buildings and other things. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, great movie. Classic. Definitely check it out. Good for the whole family.
Oh my gosh, yeah, kids would love this. I didn't show it to my kids, but I was kind of like, I should have. We should have made a family movie.
Kids would be afraid of the scorpion.
And Auntie, personally.
Oh, they would be?
Probably.
My kids are
at
scared.
first.
Like, there's a bug! There's a bug! I'm like, all right, relax. It's a fly. Like,
then they also told me they want a pet centipede. I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either. I tried to have a pet fly once.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, he was dead in like a day.
It was less than a day. I found him because he was struggling for life in Graham's church window after church, and he was like very slow. Like, I was able to catch him and hold him and then get him in a box when we got back to the house, and he did not make it. So we were leaving to go home that day, and he did not make it to our
car
trip
ride.
home. Yeah. No,
we
weren't even in the trip. Yeah, to the car. Yeah, he did not make it. I tried.
Buried him at sea.
Did we? I don't know.
Should have.
I hope so. Yeah. But we thank you for joining us here at Sisters and Ebert. If you look in the description below for this video, you'll see links to our social media. We are at Sisters and Ebert on Facebook and Instagram. Please like, follow, subscribe, comment, all the things. So that we can move up in this algorithm.
We need your help.
We need your help. We would like to one day become monetized if possible. That would be great. So tell your friends and have them tell some friends, and we can get some subscribers and some followers. My 8-year-old tells me all the time, Mom, how many subscribers do you have? Oh, that's not very much. Oh, why don't you have more views? Why don't you show him? Get me some views.
Maybe he should start watching as much as he watches other people on YouTube.
He does.
He could throw us a bone now and then.
He does.
Oh,
He's like, I'm watching Sisters and Ebert right now. I'm like, please. Let my 8-year-old stop shaming me. Thank you. But we thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week at the movies.